It's the so-called Arabs. I'm gonna make sure it's live.
All right.
You know, the Moabites, how they do their
Okay.
accents. I'm just making an accent. All right. Don't forget about the Bashi. The Muslims be doing time stuff too, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they good for it.
All right, let's make sure we're live. I'm gonna cut the light on.
Okay.
All right, we are live. So first, all praises.
Praises.
Ka
Halal
halal
Yahweh
Yahweh
Bashem
Bashem
Yahushai
Yahushai
Bashem
Bashem
Rakal
Rakal
Kadash
Kadash
Barakatah
Barakte
Yahweh
Yahweh
Barakatah
Barakte Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Shalom. Devaz the other
Shalom.
dream as great millstone. Shalom. Shalom to elect the told tribes for scattered abroad. Greetings. We call ourselves the hopeful elect because we don't know the elect on these times. Shalom. All right, got the camera. So, brother, you can go through that data center thing. Oh, it's on the other device?
It's on the other device. Let me just pull up the article and then I can read a couple of sentences.
Okay. As the title says, what? One more step closer to the MOTB. MOTB is an acronym for what? Mark of the Beast. Getting closer to that Chedegma. Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 through 18. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to read from the AI overview because it's the same information from the New York Times and CNN and so forth. Elon Musk, XAI, is partnering with Saudi Arabia's state-backed AI company Humane and NVIDIA to build a massive 500 megawatt data center in Saudi Arabia. This facility, announced in November of 2025, will become XAI's largest data center outside the U.S. and aims to establish Saudi Arabia as a global AI hub. The partnership will also involve deploying XAI's Grok models across the country. And then the rest of this information is basically what they're going to be doing with this information or how they want to use it. So right before we went live, I was laughing with the brother saying, what in the world do they want to do with a data center in Saudi Arabia in the desert with sandstorms? What could they possibly have use for? But we do know that the mark of the beast is the micro C-HIP, and Saudi Arabia is not off the list for people to receive that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read the scripture and bring it out.
Which precept you want, brother?
The Revelation
13, 16.
16.
All right, let me get it over here. Revelation chapter 13. The letter Bible. Because for edification's sake, we're going to go into the words.
Yeah. Now, we have covered this in the past, but this is for edification purposes, and this is just more information on it. Because if you're going to be, because people that don't live on that part of the world, they only focus somewhat in America or maybe American city or so forth. But there's other places where this is going to be implemented as well. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Heads, plural.
Did you mention the NVIDIA, the CHIPS? That's what they want to do.
I don't think that was covered.
Oh, that didn't cover. Okay, here it is.
Here, pull it. You got it. I'll read it for you too. So
speaking cold.
Just
CHIP or C-HIPS.
So
NVIDIA
C-HIPS. Primarily graphics processing units, that's the GPUs, are designed for graphics intensive tasks like gaming, 3D rendering, and increasingly AI and high performance computing. That's the HPCs. But we are 2 Corinthians 2:11. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Yeah, get that up. Satan's devices.
Get that over here. Just one moment.
Yeah, because they want all this stuff. They got these CHIPs for what? They gotta have this data storage and all this kind of thing. And what did 47 just do, brother, with the let me get it. the Internet of all
Wait,
things.
that's not the one I want.
Yeah, AI Genesis mission. U.S. plan to build Skynet. Saints of Jersey one got the brother.
Terminator. Skynet.
He got it. Edifying an employee to watch. Yeah, AI Genesis mission. Let me pull this up.
Speaking of Skynet and Terminator, that's all predictive programming. They were already showing back then what they were going to do and what was planned. So this is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, the New Living Translation. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. American Standard Version, that no advantage may be gained over us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his devices. American Standard Version.
I just double checked the sound because this person said shout please. The sound is okay. Whatever's going on your end, I don't know.
Well,
Double checked it. Continue on.
we're gonna continue.
Carry on, brother.
Let me read the Young's literal translation. This, that we may not be overreached by the adversary. Who is our adversary? The same as in all the other scriptures I just read for versions of 2 Corinthians 2:11, Esau, Edom. For his devices, we are not ignorant. So we're not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his schemes. We're not ignorant of his plans, because we know ultimately what they want to do. What they do is they disguise their plans to make it seem like it's going to be something good or something beneficial. But the catch is it all leads down to the mark of the beast, to get you familiar with the technology or get you familiar with things that they want you to become desensitized to, so you'll receive it without resistance.
That's called gradualism.
Gradualism.
Type in the definition. Go to the definition of gradualism. Gradualism goes back to doing things like in a stair-step manner, slowly but surely. However fast them stairs go, you get to your degree. If you go through it too fast, the people's gonna be too alert. You know the saying with a frog boiling a pot of water, slowly turn up that heat so the frog can sit in it. Because if you turn it up all the way max suddenly, that frog gonna jump out. That's what it goes into gradualism. Yeah,
There
gradual reform.
I see it right here. Gradualism, a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. People are resistant to change. Although they say that this is good, that's good, and they like the technology and the way it's going, there's still resistance to change. So as long as somebody's desensitized into going in the direction that they are being herded into, so to speak, they'll receive what's coming down from the top, and they just receive it, accept it, and move on.
Go to the definition of gradual.
Okay.
So yeah, they want to do the gradualism. This is a quote from attributed to who? Vladimir Lenin. There are decades where nothing happens. You know, you climb the staircase, you stop for a moment in time, or you inch up those stairs slowly behind the scenes. You don't want to just do it, jump off a cliff and the people see and resist the change. As the world's going into, people resist change. So, you know, you slowly, you stop like a ninja. With those of you that know about fox walking, when you're trying to sneak up on somebody, you walk, you might stop, let some other noises happen, and then begin walking again because you want to creep to the person unknowingly. And then there are weeks where decades happen. You know, you start getting closer to your target, you start fox walking quicker. You know, somebody sleep, they might snore. So now that you're close, their snore is going to block out you coming. So now you can get things moving quickly.
Okay.
But you're not moving too fast. You're still fox walking towards your target. And when you get to your target, then you will come down with like great wrath. Pursuant to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Because at one point, Esau is just going to jump off the cliff. Pursuant to Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. He's going to come in like madmen spraying none, pursuant to second Esdras. He's going to come in like a flood. Overwhelming force, pursuing Isaiah chapter 59:19. He's going to jump off that cliff. But right now, he's like fox walking toward the people. You know, the scriptures speak about deceive the very elect if possible. You know, let's see if we can get them rocked back to sleep. Them people, the people in the truth, you know?
Yeah.
These other camps, let them go back to sleep. Even though a lot of these other camps, they still in like asleep.
That's right. So this is a definition of gradual, taking place or progressing slowly or by degrees. So if anybody's familiar with the example for the frog in the pot, so to speak, if you take a frog and put it in hot boiling water, what's it going to do? It's going to do everything it can to stay away from it. But if you put a frog in a pot of water and you put the fire on a low or a low medium and let it boil gradually, what's going to happen to the frog? Eventually, it will die.
Because it didn't jump out in
Didn't
time.
jump out in time.
Yeah.
By the time it realizes what's going on, it's already dead.
It's kind of like what's happening now. These people's what are frogs? Cold-blooded. So they get
Yes.
their heat from the outside
sources.
This whole with the tariffs thing and the hyperinflation increasing, like Revelation chapter 6, it goes into the second seal, a pair of scales in his hands and the bread and all that for a penny and all that. It's kind of like now, that's like the heat. Slowly but surely, the people's being cold-blooded, getting heated up. They might not realize what's happening entirely. Some do, some don't, but it's like it's heating up on them. And soon it's gonna all go for the work. It's gonna all accumulate to what? The plans that the elites want, which is ultimately the plan of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, pursuing to the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Because a cold-blooded animal might die in other conditions, and because they might not realize, because it's outside temperature. You really gotta watch that cold-blooded animal.
Mm-hmm.
Some is built for it, but then certainly just drastically, but slowly drastically. You bring a turtle out there, it's colder. It be walking around like it's fine. Next thing you know, an hour later, it's dead. It didn't have time to adapt to the seasons. That's kind of what's happening to the people now. They just kind of like getting thrown into the task, which is what has happened. Could you go to Revelation chapter 6, brother? Go to that with a pair of scales in his hand. That's the second seal. Revelation 6. Yeah. Oh, good. It was 6. All right. Verse 3. I was right. It was 3. Oops, lock in. There, go back.
Revelation 6 and 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take.
Oh, not that one. 5.
5. Here we go. All right. It was 5. Revelation 6 and 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he sat on him, and a pair of balances in his hand.
Come and see a black horse. Horse represents power. And sat on him, had a pair of balances in his hand. 6 is the point. Go ahead.
All right, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine."
So the penny right here was a day's wages back in ancient Roman Empire, which is what? That's a denarius. Let's go into the Blue Bible. Click on the penny.
Strong's G 1220. Denarion.
You imagine. I'm going to the store. I got my day's wages. You got your for our terminology. You'll be like every 2 weeks a person gets a pay, right? Yeah, that's kind of like you should be getting paid by the day, but in this society they do every 2 weeks. So imagine that you got your 2 weeks paycheck. That's your day's pages. That's your what? Denarion. You say, I'm going to the store to get all this stuff, and you only come out with 3 measures of barley or a measure of wheat.
That's going on right now. You go to the store for something, you get what you need. You can come out with 5 items. Those 5 items can equal over $100.
It equal your entire paycheck. That's hyperinflation. It's in the scriptures. It's prophesied to happen to America. Revelation chapter 6, verse 5 goes into it. We just went into it. Denarius containing 10. A Roman silver coin in New Testament time. According to this Blue the Bible, it took its name from it being equal to 10 asses. Asses is what? A donkey. A number after 217 BC increased to 6. All right, it goes on. It was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. From the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, it would seem that a denarius was then an ordinary pay for a day's wages. It was a day's wages. Okay. I'm going to double check. A donkey is an ass, a donkey. Yes, an ass is a donkey.
Mm-hmm.
A jackass is a male donkey. Jenny's a female donkey. A donkey. Oh, wow, interesting. Never knew that. Oh, well, back to the point. So hyperinflation is prophesied to happen to America. And what's that going to do, brother, with the dollar? Ain't that going to collapse the dollar?
Collapse the dollar and completely crash whatever's value is left of it, which really isn't that much value at all.
Let's go into the thick clay.
Yes. And 5 minutes.
Do 12% battery left.
Yeah,
Let's go on to thick clay. Should be Habakkuk chapter
2 and 6.
Okay, go on.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and taunt in a proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
It said and a taunting proverb, but yeah, and taunting proverb and a taunting proverb. Just about the same thing in English. To him with self with thick clay. Go under there for thick clay, bro. You can break it down.
Those are the weights and those are the pledges. That's the debt that America takes upon itself.
Oh, yeah. Could you click on it in the group?
Let me go here.
For edification's sake, and to prove all things about 1 Thessalonians. Oh, interlinear.
What did it, here it
right there. I'm going to go on to the word there for thick clay. So hyperinflation is prophesied in the scriptures. And it's all leading to what? The MOTB, as the brother's going into. And part of,
here we go.
Yeah.
Strong's H, 5671. Avteet.
And that it means weights of pledges, heavy debts.
The U.S. is a $38.2 trillion debt. Does that sound like weighted pledges and heavy debt?
It sure does. Yes, it does.
That's gonna be and when a society falls in history, as you see, what falls first, what begins to fall first? It's currency. When you see currency falling in an empire, the end of that empire is near. It happened before.
Soon. Yeah.
With older empires, it is happening now. An example is the Roman Empire. Let me check.
Yeah, because they started going down for with their monies. They would cut the coins.
Yeah, the Roman Empire did it. They were cutting the coins. So that is what's happened to America. It's going to all lead down to what? The MOTB. Because in order to fix all that, what do you need? A new currency.
A new currency. You need a new order, a new system.
Yeah, type in CBDC.
Let's go here.
What do they call that when they cut the money in Roman? I forgot the word. Let me look it up.
Yeah, because they would take the coin and slash. And they was giving that out to the soldiers and the people.
Roman coins value declining. Go on to CBDC. Go ahead.
A central bank digital currency, or CBDC, is the digital form of a country's fiat currency that is a direct liability of the central bank. It is a new form of money that exists only in digital form, issued and regulated by a state central authority, and aims to complement rather than replace physical cash.
I looked it up for the Greek Empire. Yes, their coins did go down too. They declined. And it eventually led to the absorption of Greek cities into the Roman Empire. So the beginnings of an empire falling, it goes until with its currency declining. And the Greek cities got absorbed into the Roman Empire. So you can liken that unto the America coin decline dollar bills, fiat money, going into what? Digital
Digital
currency.
currency.
So basically, CBDC. Could you read that again? Definition:
A central bank digital currency, CBDC, is the digital form of a country's fiat currency.
Stop there. Digital form of a country's fiat currency. That is what the MOTB is going to be used for fiat currency, but it's going to be in digital form. So CBDC is what? The foundation for the MOTB. The M to the O to the T to the B. MOTB. Mark of the bees. I'm singing. All right, this is the overview for the Greek Empire coin decline.
The decline of the Greek Empire's coin quality began after the classical period, influenced by factors like the succession of different rulers, the increasing use of lower value base metals for smaller denominations, and the eventual absorption of Greek cities into the Roman Empire.
That America's going down too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to the Let's get back to the. Oh, I went to the. This is a comment. They're looking up. What's your favorite sport? I'm going to ignore that. But the word sport comes from the old French word desport, meaning leisure or amusement. So you got the same. Give the people bread and circuses, and they shall never revolt. The bread is the food. Circuses is what? Sports. Something for your amusement. They're giving the people that now. But you see, the bread is kind of declining. It was declining really hard during the government shutdown. So now it's like back up. Now you got the holidays. So the people's like, we forgot about the whole shutdown thing because why? The circuses are here, which is these holidays. That holiday demon is out there.
Oh, it's out there. It's in full operation. Absolutely calm.
Wait, because the priest talks about shall not shall forget the straight. Man, I can't find it, but I believe it was about when a person suffers, when that suffering is over and they go into the pleasure, that whole suffering thing, they're gonna forget about all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can liken that to who? The people now. Government shutdown. People is losing it, stealing from Walmart, the rest of it. All right, we'll give you your bread back, and here come the circuses. Now the people's like in a happy mode, but eventually this bread and circuses is gonna just drop. The doors of musical that's going to be brought low. And hyperinflation is still happening, right, brother?
Calm.
It's still in effect. What do you call that? Gradualism. Step by step. Yeah, step by step. You know, kind of like it stopped. The government shutdown ended, but you're still on that staircase.
You're still on there.
It didn't go back, and it's just going forward. Gradualism. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Wonderful, brother. And don't forget, they want that envy, the CHIPS for the Elon Musk with that. It was, I believe it was around 60,000, you said, brother? CHIPS.
600,000.
Oh, wow. 666. Interesting how they put 6. 600,000.
In the desert.
In the desert.
But going back to Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all both small and great. So that chip is for, they rolling it out for everybody, no matter where you live, no matter where you from, everybody.
Supposedly it's for the AI stuff. So
now this particular article was for AI advantages, but we know, according to 2 Corinthians 2:11, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, what the end game is for that.
God. And why they put 600,000? Why they got 6 for CHIPS? Is that in code for something? It very well could be. You know, they do that. Now, you got those that know on the Illuminati and all that stuff. They do their images and representations and all that pagan bugged out stuff, you know. You know, you look at a picture of like a lion, they say that represents something else. It's like, my goodness, y'all people. That's the left-hand side. That's like dark sayings or whatever on the left-hand side. So they do their stuff for their insiders, the people that know. Because they're going to, you know, with the AI and all that, you could use that for what? Buying and selling, monitoring the people. What does AI get run on? CHIPS, right, brother? You need
Con.
CHIPS
You need that.
for the AI.
The same thing from Terminator when they had those CHIPSs in their models. They showed that in Terminator 2 Judgment Day at the very end when Arnold Schwarzenegger's character was being lowered into the steel by Linda Hamilton's character. He had told her there's one more CHIP and he pointed in his head. And that's how she knew that he had to be destroyed.
I haven't seen Terminator in so long.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day also has a line that Sarah Connor also told the people that they were already dead because they didn't know what was coming. Well, we're telling you what's coming, and you people are already dead. Those that are going to take that CHIP, you're going to be done. Game over for you. Let me read.
These people are spiritually dead too, so
Yes.
they are soon to be physically, but now they're already spiritually.
If you want that clip, you have to go to YouTube. They'll show it because it's on there. There it is.
Wow, AI pulled it right
AI
up.
pulled it up. Look at that.
I'm trying to get it now. I can't get it. Oh, I clicked it right. I was thinking about small soldiers, me personally, but yeah, they all had CHIPS. What was the point you wanted to get when I get this?
You're already dead.
Let me see if I can fast forward.
Anybody not wearing 2 million sunblock is gonna have a real.
I just don't remember where in there.
I can't, but while I get that congregation of the dead.
This might have to be our last precept, brother.
Go to Proverbs 21:16. And for anything, fair use, fair use, fair use. I think it's 59 seconds. You got Proverbs 21:16.
Got it right here. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
I can't find it, but oh well. Feel free to look for it in your own time. Sarah Connor, You're Already Dead is from the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And yeah, she was right, except for the elect, of course. And refers to Sarah Connor's delusion that she is living in a dream while the cataclysm she fears has already happened. Well, she wouldn't have been in a dream. She saw the future that is coming to America. ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles in the scriptures, the glittering sword in Deuteronomy 32. And the scriptures speak about it a lot of other places as well. Joel, you can name some books too, brother, where the ICBMs are actually mentioned.
Joel chapter 2.
Revelation.
Read Joel chapter 2. It gives descriptive information on the missiles, the formation, how they're going to be launched, how they're not going to be thrust into one another, meaning they won't crash into one another or blow each other up.
There's so many. Oh, man. Revelation, the hailstones, the weight of a talent, all that. You know, they had the head of a lion. That's the missiles, too. It's scattered all throughout the Bible. Jeremiah 51, destroying wind. Let me type in books of the Bible.
2 Peter 3:10, fervent heat.
2nd Esdras. I typed in books of the Bible. I gotta get a list here. There's so many. Old Testament, New Testament, Deuteronomy. It's mentioned there. The book of Job. Prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Intercontinental blizzards are going to bring evil. So you can liken that into there. Isaiah, Jeremiah. The book of Ezekiel goes in 38, goes into these nations coming against America. And many other books as well. But, and on that note, Shalom.
Shalom.
Kal halal Yahweh, Bashem Yashai, Bashem Rakakadash, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.
The Ba'anse El Jima's great Muslim. Shalom. Yeah, beat out a God unto them.
Ezekiel 38.
They're going to do that with the missiles too. Shalom.